Hello, this is the Era Zero YouTube channel. This is Tom here, giving first reactions to Avengers Age of Ultron. I saw it on midnight showing, or 11:30 Thursday and Friday, and in 3D at a really luxury theater with the nice reserved seat and everything here in Minneapolis. I'm going to go see it again later tonight. So that's the first thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a Crystal Skull. It is a good movie. It is something that does honor the Marvel tradition, Avengers itself. This review is spoiler free. I will give a second review, which is going to be spoiler filled. After I see it a second time, I only remember the first part of the film as far as like in absolute detail. I need to see it a couple other times to really know, to be able to comment fully on everything, because the first time you're watching it is hokey smokes. You are just trying to take in everything. I will say that the initial reaction is very positive. Is it the best Marvel movie that they've made? No, it's not, though. I don't think it is, but I think it's very good. Top 3, top 4. It is action-packed. Everyone who was concerned about how dark and horrible and twisted it was going to be, it is not that. It is not DC dark twisted. I mean, there are elements of that, but it does have a lot of its usual humor and fun, and there are lots of parts where you're going to laugh. What I think that they did well is they tried to, they corrected mistakes from the last movie of the Avengers, and I mean, there were a couple of things in this movie that I do think there's a little bit of a pacing issue a bit here, even though most of the movie is an action scene. I mean, it's just action, which is why actually seeing it in 3D was actually a little too overwhelming for me. I actually am going to go see it again without HD, just in regular theater, because there was so much going on in the 3D space that you really couldn't take it all in. So I felt like I missed out. Like when all the Avengers, are fighting in the circle, the climax, fighting off all the Ultron bots, you can't really tell what's happening. So I would like that to hopefully be updated, and I think it'll be better if I'm watching without having to try to tilt my head right and make sure I'm focused on the center of the screen for the best 3D focus. Otherwise, I thought that the story overall, I really like James Spader as the voice of Ultron. It's just awesome. I really was very skeptical of if Vision would work, and they do. They find a way to make it really work, really believable, really awesome. I think Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are good. I think that I'm trying to decide whether or not I like Quicksilver from Days of Future Past more, or this one. They're very different. Very different. So partly because they're both, one of them is supposed to be older, and it's just so they're very different. I do think that they do skip over some stuff. I mean, they spend a lot of time on Hawkeye, but it's not wasted time. It's really good. I do think that they don't spend enough time actually talking about Tony Stark, surprisingly enough, even though he's like always the star of the movie. I do think that there's, at the end of Iron Man 3, he gives up being Iron Man. He blows up all of his suits. He takes out the orb out of the reactor out of his chest. He doesn't have it in this. It's gone. But they kind of completely wash over that. They don't even address the fact that he supposedly quit being Iron Man. Don't deal with it at all. So it's kind of like, it's just all of a sudden he's there as Iron Man in a new suit. So it's just that's not a spoiler. We know he's in the film. So I will say that was a little weird. I thought that there were some parts where Thor, that kind of his story seemed incomplete. I hear that the initial cut of the film that he put together was more like 2 hours and 49 minutes, and then this is a 2:15. So, anywho, initial thoughts are very positive, and I will give a spoiler review later. Thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.